So hello everyone, in this video I am going to explain the first part of basics in engineering drawing, which is called letters. It is also called technical writing in engineering graphics. So what is the importance of this technical writing? All the written information in the drawing, all the written information of object in the drawing is always in the form of letters. That means if you want to specify some features, some dimensions, the size of the object, by means of alphabets or by means of some written communication, so that will be done only by means of letters. So in this part we are going to see some standards which will be helpful to write the alphabets in our sheet. So letters can be of, it can be of Gothic type, it can be of Gothic lettering, it can be of Roman lettering. So Gothic means all the thickness of all the alphabet should be constant, that should be same. So that will be the Gothic type lettering. But in case of Roman lettering, the thickness will vary from letters to letters in Roman type. So we will be writing the Gothic letters in our sheet, and that will be of single stroke. That will be of single stroke. Now single stroke means you have to strike your pencil only once for writing the alphabet. So that will be the single stroke. So we will be seeing the Gothic type letters to write in our sheet, and that will be of single stroke. So also I am going to give the basic idea to write the letters in your sheet. I am just going to give the standard and how to utilize that standard to write the alphabets in our sheet. So let's start with the letters. So in letters, we have to write the capital letters and small letters in our sheet. So for both the case, for small letters and capital letters, there will be some different standard. So what will be the standard, that I am going to explain you, and how to use that standard and how to convert that standard by into some specific dimensions so that you can write the letters in the sheet. That only I am going to explain. So if we talk about the capital letters, if we talk about the capital letters, if we talk about any letters, if we talk about capital, small, it can be vertical, it can be inclined. If we talk about any letters, the standard is based on the two parameters. The first parameter is the height of the letter. The first parameter is the height, which is called H, capital H, and the second parameter will be the width, that is called capital W. So these are the two parameters on the basis of which the standard has been defined. So for capital letters, we have to maintain the ratio of height and width of the letters. We have to maintain the ratio of height and width, and that ratio should be 7:5. So this is the standard which we have to follow for writing the alphabets in the capital letter. We have to maintain the ratio of height and width, that is 7:5. Now this is the ratio which I have been mentioned. This is not a dimension, this is the ratio. That means if you multiply on the both sides a n factor, if you multiply on the both sides a factor, that is n, so you can take any value of n, so that to maintain the ratio 7:5. For example, if I take the value of n as 2, in that case, if I take the value of n, that will be 2. In that case, my height will be 14 mm, and the width will become 10 mm. So as you can see, for n equal to 2, height is 14 and the width is 10, but the ratio is saying 7:5. So you can take any value of n, so that the ratio should be maintained 7:5. Now how to utilize this dimension and how to plot the alphabets in the sheet, that I am going to explain very quickly. So what has been obtained by us is height is 14 and the width is 10. So we have to start with the height. So it is given to us 14 mm. So 14 mm, that means you have to plot two lines. You have to plot two lines at a distance of 14. Now this should be 14. This should be 14 mm. So you have to drop two lines, parallel lines at a distance of 14 mm. Now this line is called catch line, this line is called catch line, and this line is called drop line. So this line is the catch line and this line is the drop line. So the height between catch and drop, that is maintained as 14 mm. Now suppose this is my starting line of the first alphabet. I will start to write the alphabet from this line. So width is 10 mm. So you have to come in front of this starting line 10 mm and you have to draw a box. So this is the box for the alphabet first. This is the box for the first alphabet. Leave some space, and that space should be constant throughout the alphabets. You can leave any space of, you can take 1 mm, 2 mm, whatever you want to take, you can leave that space, and but that space has to be constant throughout the alphabet. Suppose I have left space of suppose 2 mm. Now this will be the starting line of the second alphabet. Again the width is 10. Again I will come in front of that line of 10 mm and I will complete the box. Again that space should be constant. Again I will drop a line for the third alphabet. 10 mm I will come again in front and then I will complete the box. So you can just plot the box in such a manner so as to maintain the height and width, that is 14 and 10. Also what we can do for our convenience, we can plot the center lines. Center line means if the height is 14, you can plot a center line for the particular height. Height is 14, so at the height of 7, you can plot a center line. Also, if the width is 10, you can also plot the center line for the width. You can plot the center line for the width also. Now, all the lines, caps line, drop line, the center line, vertical center line, this will be just acting as a reference to write the alphabet. This will be acting as a reference to write the alphabet. Also, you can form all the box in the form of a grid. You can also convert all the box in a form of a grid, so as to make convenient for writing the alphabets. You have to just make it easy to write the alphabets. Now, how to write the alphabet? Suppose I want to write the A on this first box. So how I am going to write? So I am going to first join the center of the width to the bottom like this, and we know the height, the horizontal line should be at the height of x by 3. So this is the first alphabet A. Similarly, you can write the B. Similarly for the C, similarly for the D. So this is the step which I am going to explain, that how to use this standard and how you are going to drop the caps line and drop line, how you can plot the centers so as to make you convenient for writing the alphabet. So you have to start with the A and you have to complete with the Z. So this is the standard for capital letter. Now if we talk about the small letter, the parameters will be the same. The parameters will be the same, that is height and the width. Only the difference is the ratio. In case of capital letter, the ratio was 7:5, but in case of small letters, the ratio we have to maintain 7:4. Now this is the ratio of height and width in case of small letters. Again, if you multiply both sides, a factor n, so you can take any value of n. So again, I am going to explain how to use these parameters and how to convert this parameter into the dimension and how you have to start your drawing. So if we take the value of n as 2, so our height will become, that is 14 mm. This is just an example, and width will become 8 mm. So as to maintain the ratio 7:4. So how we have to start our drawing? Again, will be the same procedure. You have to draw two lines, caps line and the drop line. Again, this is the caps line and this is the drop line. Suppose this is the starting line of the first alphabet. Again, the width is 8, so you have to come in front of that line 8 mm and you have to complete the box. Leave some space. Again, that space should be constant throughout the alphabet. This is the starting line of the second alphabet. Width is 8 mm, so come in front 8 mm. Complete the box. Again, leave that space. Third alphabet 8 mm. So on you will be completing the box. Next, what we have to do in small letter, again caps line, drop line. So in case of small letter, we have to introduce two more lines. In case of small letter, and that lines will be below the caps line. Below the caps line, you have to introduce one more line. Below the caps line, you have to introduce one more line like this. Now this line is called waistline, WAIST. So this line is called the waistline, and this will be at a distance of in ratio 2/7. This will be at a ratio of 2/7, not distance. This will be at a ratio of 2/7 from the caps line. 2/7 means if the distance between caps and drop is 7. If the distance between caps and drop is 7, so this length should be 2. This length should be 2. But if the distance between caps and drop in our case, that is 14. So in that case, our value, our distance of this waist and the cap, this should be 4. This should be 4 mm. If the height is 7, this should be 2. If the height is 14, that should be double. So in this case, in height equal to 14 case, our distance between the caps and the waist, that should be 4 mm. That should be 4 mm. So below the caps line, you have to come 4 mm bottom of the caps, and you have to draw the waistline. Similarly at the above drop line, again you have to introduce one more line. Like this. Again, now this is called baseline. Again, for the same distance, this will be also for the ratio of 2/7. This will be at a ratio of 2/7 from the drop line. That means this should be 4, so this also should be 4 mm. For this case only, this should be 4, so this should be 4. So how many lines we have introduced in case of small letter? 4 lines we have introduced. The top line is the caps line. Below caps, that will be a waist for the ratio of 2/7. Bottom line is called drop line. This is a drop line. At the top of the drop line, there is a baseline, again at a ratio of 2/7. Now, how to write small alphabets? Again, today I am going to just explain how to plot small alphabets. So, small letters are of type. Some like A and B, and some are like P. So, how to write this 3 category of letters of small? So, if you want to write A-type alphabet, so A-type alphabet should be lying between these two lines. Means the A-type alphabet should be in between waistline and the baseline. So A should be written like this. A-type alphabet should be written like this. But if the alphabet is of type B, so in B-type alphabet, this is called the stem. As you can see, stem of this B is on the upper side. To write B, what we have to do? B should be like this. As you can see, the stem is touching on the top line, which is the caps line. So B-type alphabet should be written like this. So if you want to write the P-type alphabet, so P-type alphabet should be written like this. So this is the construction of small letters. How to write A-type, how to write B-type, how to write P-type alphabets in case of small letter. So we can conclude that if the stem of the small letter is on the upper side, so that alphabets are going to touch the caps line. If the stem of the letters are on the bottom side, lower side, so that type of alphabets are going to touch the drop line. Alphabets which are not having stem, that will be lying in between the baseline and the waistline. So in this way you are going to write the small letters from A to Z. So last is numbers. I am not going to explain again the numbers. So numbers and small letters construction should be same. In numbers also we have to use the ratio 7:4 for the height and the width. So this is called letters. So in this way, whenever we will be writing alphabets in our sheet, so we will be using these standards for capital letters, for small letters, as well as for